Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
All right, let's get you comfortable on a plane, on a long flight. And I don't know what you consider a long flight, but for people who can't sit still well for long periods of time, an hour is a long flight.
Well, yeah, look, international flights, obviously, and we've never done that, so I've never been on a plane for that long. But when if you fly from coast to coast, you're going to be on that plane for about 4 hours. That's a long flight, in my opinion.
I would assume that it's very difficult for you, Sam, to be in close quarters with strangers for long periods of time.
It depends on
seems sometimes
the seats that have a little bigger, more leg room. I'm okay with, and plus I like to sit on the aisle, so I have a little breathing room.
Okay,
but for me, it's like 2.5 hours,
and
I start getting antsy. It's not the comfort of people around me. It's just I get antsy.
Yeah, right. Me too. Same deal. And well, you're taller, so I get the whole. I don't want to sit in the middle seat for that very reason, you know?
Yeah, well, what's funny about all three of us, I think Murphy's the most comfortable and patient flying for longer periods of time. I get antsy after an hour, but that's because I get antsy sitting still that long. Mm-hmm. I believe that, you're meant to move, and it's hard for me to sit still that long. Yeah, and I don't like to pee on a plane.
And those seats, there's only so many ways you can sit in them to get comfy. And then it's
correct.
You use that up in the first 30 minutes. And then
yeah, for this podcast, this discussion, it's just sort of like hacks to how to be comfortable on a long flight.
Okay.
There are things that you learn along the way if you fly a lot. And I always thought those neck pillows were it's like a gimmick. Not true. Those neck pillows are fantastic. They help. Have you ever had one?
No.
Oh, I had one. I think the dog ate it. I got to get a new one, Murphy.
Do you know the top of the seats? Some of the seats they fold in too. You can do that.
That's somebody else's head, though. To me, that's I need my own. But
well, the neck pillow allows you to you can fall asleep without the whole crick in the neck thing.
Exactly.
The only problem I've had with those is they're kind of a pain to carry with you. That's the only thing.
But you can but
they do work.
You can hook it onto your carry-on and just hook it there. And the one that I had that was the world's most perfect one, the outside case, you could take it off and wash it. And then that's what I liked about it, because I knew this was my head. It was my cooties or whatever on it.
Well, we're about to get on a plane here pretty soon. Are you going to get a new neck pillow?
I really do want one. It helps you, because if you have that nodding off thing, I don't want to nod off into a stranger.
Yeah, because I think this flight for us is going to be about 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. It's not as long as the last flight that the three of us did together.
That's hard for me. So I am going to look for. Did you book us? I know Murphy always books us. Me, I'm in the window seat. I love to be in the corner.
Yes.
Sam's on an aisle.
Yes.
But you're on an aisle also.
Yeah. This plane has multiple aisles. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. Although the bigger planes do have multiple aisles.
They do.
But no, so this happens to be on Southwest, and now that you can choose seats on Southwest.
Yeah.
And we booked this flight so long ago that because now that everybody can book, it fills up pretty quickly. So I wanted to make sure that Sam was on an aisle, and I wanted to make sure I was. It makes it funny when the three of us travel together, because Southwest, flies only 737s. And the reason I say that is not because I'm going to give a dissertation on that plane.
About to say.
But it's the same configuration. It's 3 seats, the aisle, and 3 seats on the other side. Well, if the three of us are flying together, and Sam wants an aisle seat, and I want an aisle seat, and Jodi wants to be on the window side of things, Jodi and I are never going to sit together as a result of that.
We always put a stranger in between us.
And people freak out because it's like, wait, Jodi and I start talking to each other across the person in the middle.
Well, that's the fun. They don't really freak out, but usually they're like, do you guys want to sit together? And we're like, nope.
No, not really. No, we're married. We don't want to sit together.
Exactly.
I need the break.
So the neck pillow, invest in one. I'm just telling you, as somebody who has flown with them, they are worth it if it's a long flight. If it's a quick thing and you're not even going to sleep, you don't need to carry it.
Do they make inflatable ones?
Yes.
They do.
Blow it up, use it, and then deflate it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it would be as comfortable to me, but you go ahead.
Well,
with your bad self.
All right, it'll be a fun little thing on the plane. Everybody else watches you blow up your neck pillow. Right.
Something I've never brought on a plane, but I would, is a sleeping mask to cover your eyes. I would definitely do that. Yeah. And I have one. I have a really soft one. So gorgeous. I love that thing. Another trick to make your long flight more comfortable for you is to get up and walk, move and stretch at least every hour and a half or 2 hours, they say, if it's a long one.
Yeah, the problem with that is you have to follow the guidance of whatever is going on. If you're in turbulence and they don't want you to, stand up, because they don't want you standing in the aisles. When you're,
I know.
If you're not going to the restroom, they want you in your seat.
Well, if you need to go to the restroom, just go.
Well, and use that. And that actually, that is my opportunity to do that, is to get up and to stretch the legs.
Yeah.
Because you walk and you go and you can bend. There's not a lot of room to move in the lavatory, but I always do stretch a little bit.
That's the first time I'd ever heard this one too. And I've never worn these, but I would, and that's compression socks. Compression socks are great for air travel because it actually, sitting for a really long time is not good for your circulation, even at work. You're supposed to get up and move every hour for your body, for your circulation, for your brain. So certainly on a plane, when you're like in that thing and you're trying to be polite to people around you, you're probably more tense than you normally would be. That's not good for your body either. So they say wear compression socks on planes. It takes the blood from lower extremities and pushes it up to your heart. And it helps you when you step off the plane, you feel more refreshed and you're not as likely to, have fluid.
Well, fluid, but can I add to that?
Please.
Yeah.
Because it's a blood clot thing too.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the medical term is deep vein thrombosis, which I never really understood.
DVT.
Which is blood clots. And it can be, if you're prone to them, being in a pressurized cabin, I don't know what it is about air flight, can cause issues with that. And so,
it can be dangerous.
I was one of those that, very ignorantly, used to, think compression socks, that's just for old people or whatever. And so I actually do wear compression socks when I fly now for that reason. Being type 1 diabetic, it's just another layer of protection. But what's crazy about it is I'm more comfortable in the seat. And I don't know if it's because all the fluid's not being pressed down to my legs or what it is, but I'm more comfortable sitting wearing them.
Wearing them.
And some of it, I'm sure, is just peace of mind in my head.
I was going to say,
But that's just that real thing. That's me, extra layer of safety. And
I've told you that several of the ICU nurses, when my mom was in the hospital, I learned quickly after being there several nights that they wore compression socks just because they're on their feet for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And they're doing it for their own health and their own circulation.
Yeah. It actually is very important. So I'm
probably not too attractive if you're wearing shorts.
No, but you can buy cute ones. It's not your long legs.
Yeah, you just need to wear a dress, Sam.
You can get some SpongeBob compression socks.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do they make those? Somebody's got to sell those.
Characters, and it's not just Walgreens and CVS versions anymore.
And the
black socks.
Yeah. Well, and just so that and you can buy them on Amazon too. They do. They do have different levels of them also. Depending on what
if you've never worn them,
snug.
If you've never worn them before, they say to start small, the 15 to 20 version, meaning that's the amount of compression, and the second level up being 20 to 30. I know that because it's something that we've looked into for my mom as she recovers.
Yeah,
and you have to put them on. Put them on first thing in the morning when you're not as swollen. They'll try to put them on at night when you're swollen because it'll be harder to get on. You put them on first thing when you've been elevated for a while.
Yeah. Is it like trying to get leather pants on?
Kind of. But they're supposed to feel really good. You feel it the most at the ankle if you're wearing them properly.
Yeah. And I actually never dreamed that we would be talking about this in a podcast today, compression socks.
I know.
They're real though.
Another thing that I do because we learned this the hard way years ago. I do this whether it's a long flight or not. Pack your carry-on bag like you're never going to see your luggage again, just in case. You know what goes in my carry-on every time now? Deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, and a change of undies, a change of just clothes, one more outfit. We went to an event years ago where our luggage was lost, and we had to show up at 6 o'clock. We flew there the evening. They lost our luggage. We were supposed to be somewhere at 6 a.m. in the morning broadcasting, and we did, but we were broadcasting in the same clothes.
Yeah, buddy.
And someone there brought me deodorant, thank goodness, and I wiped off with a baby wipe. It was nuts.
Right.
And it was because they lost our luggage, and we didn't get our luggage back for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. If you are changing planes, especially, and look, the systems are so much better now that they barcode everything and track bags and all that. But yeah, I'm with you. And for me, obviously, insulin, the extra tubing and set for me for my pump,
always,
all that goes with me. Phone
Stays.
Charger, the things that that excuse me, that you'll actually need.
Yeah.
You should always do that with your medicines and those kind of things. But I never really thought about sticking the extra, clothing change in there.
One little.
At least underwear.
Yeah, which is great until they have to actually completely empty your bag at TSA, right?
So what? I don't care.
I see you've got Minnie Mouse today.
Yes. Underoos. Wow.
Okay. So that's a big one. I'm going to repeat it. Pack your carry-on bag as if you're not going to see your luggage again. It's probably not going to happen. You can also put those tags and those tiles in your own luggage so you'll know where it is, right? And then the final one is a no duh, but dress comfortably. I struggle with that because sometimes when we arrived in Beverly Hills, when we went to Beverly Hills several months ago, we hit the hotel and we ran into so many people we were brought, before we even went to the room, we went to have drinks with our friend Heather. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I'm glad I didn't wear yoga pants and a shirt that said, I'm with stupid. Because
she'd have to figure out who stupid is.
I was dressed in a nice blouse and a nice comfortable pair of jeans, and I was so glad because we went straight from the airport to the Uber to drinks with our dear friend. Mm-hmm. So think about what you're going to be doing upon arrival, but make sure it's as comfortable. But if it's a long flight, dress for comfort.
Yeah, that is really important because you don't ever know if the plane's going to be delayed by an hour or something that might be enough that pushes you so close to the get-together that you won't have the time. And rather than have that panic moment on that, just be prepared.
Honorable mention, download any entertainment you want ahead of time on the plane. Plan your time. Are you going to read? Are you going to sleep? Are you going to watch? You're going to catch up on episodes of something. Download ahead of time.
Yeah, and even though most flights now with Wi-Fi have their own app and you can watch their predetermined movies. Yeah, they don't let you download video once you're on that Wi-Fi. It's just so
it's too much.
Yeah, so that's why you would need to bring it in advance. But all the other things that you would do. Email if you need to, and those sorts of things. Once you're hooked up to the Wi-Fi, you can absolutely be connected. Yeah.
All right. Well, so for me, it's the neck pillow and the carry-on,
compression socks and neck pillows,
and an extra set of underwear.
Oh yes.